And welcome back to the Constitutionals Podcast. I'm your host, Chad White. If you didn't know, this is the premier podcast for the website, cpluscomedy.com. Like I just said, it's a website. Go there. Post-Halloween episode 134 of the Constitutionals Podcast. Been doing this for 134 weeks. Yeah, that's a long time. That's 2 years plus. I'm not going to do the math. Who wants to do that math? 2 years plus of talking to a number of subscribers. Let's keep doing it. I'm very excited. Oh, you know what I should do is start this timer. I'm very excited. Tomorrow I have it's not a busy day. Obviously it's work, but I have a day. I'm talking to somebody who's a big comedian. It is the biggest one yet. I'm not going to say it probably. It is the biggest one yet. This person is slotting me in to that person has a busy day of rounds talking to the media. And I'm glad I could fit into one of the 4 slots I was offered. 4 time slots. You know what? I'm not going to complain because this is someone I've been advocating for since I got the email. 2 months ago. It's November. Yeah, 2 months ago. 2 and some change, maybe. And I've just been holding it in. I haven't told anybody about it until I let it slip like a couple weeks ago to somebody. But I was like, hold it in now, just ready to talk to this person. So hopefully by next week, you'll know who it is. Craig Ferguson. There you go. There you go, Chad. Sometimes I just can't hold. I just can't hold it. I just can't hold it any longer. Okay, that's the time. Okay. Anyway, what else is going on in my life? I've been looking to invest in a NAS, not the rapper, a NAS server for everything that's on my hard drives. I just want to, what I want to do is create, this is going to be very boring for the next 2 minutes, I promise. So, hold on. 1:30. Okay, so for the next couple of minutes, okay, hold on. 5 seconds. I'll talk about it. In 4, 3, 2 minutes on the clock. Go. Okay, so a NAS server is. Oh crap! I forgot what it stands for. This is embarrassing. NAS server. Oh God, I feel so stupid now. It's network attached storage. So for the past couple of weeks, I've been wanting to create a NAS server for my home, mostly because a NAS server is network attached storage, which is you get a box that holds a bunch of hard drives, preferably more than 2. You know, so two to the very, very minimum. If you have 1, then that's bad. But 2 to the minimum, and it goes up to 10, 12, whatever. And basically what it is a server where you can link up everything. Instead of having a portable SSD that carries everything like all of News Time. I have 300 episodes of News Time. Instead of having a portable SSD that has all that like I do now, then I could just have this server that's hooked up to my router via Wi-Fi or via Ethernet or whatever, and I can access those files, those News Time episodes via my phone, via my laptop, via my Xbox, via my PlayStation, or any other computer that has, a Kodi server or a Plex server, or I could just log into the NAS itself. So that'd be really cool to have. I'm probably just gonna I looked at there's one with just 2 hard drive bays. I've been looking at that one. Probably gonna do that one because that's all I need. But people on YouTube, like these tech geniuses on YouTube, like Linus Tech Tips and MKBHD, the guy who I took down several episodes ago. For his appearance on 1A because I didn't know to offer somebody advice on a laptop, a low budget laptop. Anyway, I thought, yeah, I should do this because like they have 150 terabytes worth of data, videos and all this other stuff, this digital tech stuff that they have on theirs. But they're companies. Those are company people. I think I just want it for stuff to hold C+ comedy stuff. And yeah, I could, and this is expensive. It's going to cost a 2-bay NAS is $300 from Synology, $268 on Amazon, but $300 from Synology. Then I got to spend, And what I want to do is, so there's different ways to do it. So you can just use it as a straight up hard drive. You can use it as RAID. You can use it as this other stuff. I'm going to do RAID 1, which is you have these 2 hard drives. And what it does is it, instead of putting, I saw a video on YouTube, so this is how I'm going to put it. So regularly, you can use a regular hard drive. It'll take item A, put it on one hard drive, item B, put it on another hard drive, item C, put it on another hard drive, item D, put it on another hard drive. What RAID 1 is going to do is it's going to go half of item A, half of item A, and then partition it out. And it's going to be half of item B, half of item B, partition it out, partition, all the way down. That way, if one hard drive fails, then the other hard drive has a copy of the file. So, but what that does is it cuts everything in half. So bump it up to RAID 5, where you have 4 or 5 or 6 different hard drives in a thing, even though those things that's $600 for one of those Synology things. Then it'll spread that across 5 different ones. But again, it costs more. So anyway, hard drives cost, and then you got to buy a good hard drive, a good hard drive, which you use a regular computer hard drive, but that's while cheap, it could fail sooner. So if you use a special hard disk drive or an SSD, then it's going to cost you I would get like a 6 terabyte. So if you do RAID, it's going to cut your stuff in half. So if you have 2 6 terabyte drives, then you can only use 6 terabytes because you can't use all 12 terabytes because they're both being used to separate the stuff. Anyway, very boring. I spent 4 minutes on that, or 3.5. So very boring. I understand. I know. That's what I want. That's going to be my next project. That's what I'm working on. Hopefully it all happens. Hopefully I can get it all together. I think it'd be good to have. Especially for C++. Obviously, people use this stuff to watch their shows, watch copies of their movies, watch copies of their shows, whether they get that through legal or illegal means, it's on them. They use it to listen to music, listen to podcasts, watch free TV, watch antenna TV. You can plug it up through there. But I thought about it because I saw the NVIDIA Shield TV. NVIDIA just released another version of that, which is Android TV. It's like Roku except Android, like Apple TV except Android. And they had a new one come out. I said, hey, that's what I want. I understand I use my Xbox and my PlayStation to watch stuff, but I think an Android TV would be more befitting of me. Because I feel like those apps are more supported than the ones on the consoles, which is true. And there's more apps versus, you have an Apple TV, a Roku TV, an Android TV, an Amazon Fire TV, it's better than watching it on your console because those apps are barely touched. Anyway, let's get into this stupid show. First story comes from Variety. The Onion gets back into podcasting, this time with Sony Music. So The Onion is going to make podcasts, quote, presumably for illiterate people. For presumably illiterate people. Written by Todd Spangler. I've never seen a face of Todd Spangler. Oh, you hover over the name on Variety and it shows you the face. All right. I'm disappointed. I'm kidding, Todd. The Onion inked a partnership, which is owned by G/O Media, inked a partnership with Sony Music Entertainment to create original podcasts. The first project is The Topical, a new daily podcast, seemingly a spoof of the New York Times' popular The Daily, focused on events, which is slated to launch on current events, which is slated to launch during 2020. Well, we'll see how that one goes. We'll see how that goes. The Onion, while tenured and storied in the comedy world, the comedy publishing world. Wow, how old are they? Like 70, 80 years old, something like that. That publication is not known for longevity when it comes to their bits. Obviously they have different websites like Clickhole and the Onion proper, but when it comes to projects like Star Wipe or their shows or everything is just kind of half done. And that's no slight to them. The Onion previously dipped its toe in the podcasting waters with A Very Fatal Murder, a lampoon of the true crime genre, which is enormously popular in the podcast world. Season 2 of the series launched on Luminary earlier this year. Well, that's a problem. It's on Luminary. Who's going to listen to that? Luminary, if this is your first episode, then by God, start at the beginning. I'm kidding, don't do that. Very bad show at the beginning. But if Luminary is a podcasting platform where you can obviously get your podcast for free, but you pay $7 or $8 a month, then you get premium podcasts from famous people or brands, and it's as exciting as it sounds. 750,000 podcasts in the world. There's going to be a plateau. There's going to be a plateau. There's going to hit a ceiling, and that ceiling is not. I was going to say that glass ceiling. That ceiling is not going to rise. Truly, because podcasting is so easy to do, and I'm very happy podcasting. Things like podcasting and YouTube exist, but when bigger names do it, or when there's already, the Chapo Trap House, they have their Patreon is insane. They make like $130,000 a month on Patreon alone, and it's like 5 white people. I say white dudes, but there's a woman in there somewhere. So this is this is great, but I can't really see this going over. I'm so trepidatious about podcasting now because 750,000 podcasts exist and only 3% are making money. That's why they make these deals with Luminary and Stitcher Premium, so the artists and the host can get paid, just something, anything. There's a trailer right now for the Harriet Tubman movie playing. I want to timestamp this podcast. Oh, no. It's an interview with the people who are in I don't know. Anyway, wait, is Harriet Tubman and who's this white woman? Oh, they're talking about the best actress in the Oscars for the Oscar race in 2020. Guys, it's November. It's the appropriate time. Never mind. I just stopped talking. Let's move on. Speaking of things, NBC Peacock may be free. NBC Peacock is NBC's streaming service. They said earlier this year, they said it was going to get an ad-free subscription, or it was just going to be ad-supported, and it's going to be cheap. It's like $4 or $5, like CISO was, but we know how long that lasted. But now, with HBO Max with AT&T talking about HBO Max and Apple TV debuting this week, which we'll get to in a second, NBC Universal is saying, well, you know what? We might be free. Now, Peacock was going to be ad-supported from the beginning. We knew that. This is from Engadget, written by Chris Holt. NBC's Peacock streaming service may be free for everyone. It was going to be ad-supported with between 3 and 5 minutes of ads per hour. And that cable subscribers and Comcast broadband users wouldn't have to pay extra for access. So people like me who subscribe to DirecTV would be able to, or whose parents subscribe to DirecTV would be able to get access to this. Reports suggest NBC you might pull the trigger on making Peacock available to everyone at no cost, though a paid subscription may be optioned for ad-free viewing. I mean, that's how Hulu was earlier. Comcast and other pay TV subscribers might get extra benefit. Oh, Jesus Christ. Such as additional content. It's just the people above me just love stomping around. I'll turn this mic down. Such as additional content. Oh, I turned it up. According to CNBC sources. As it stands, Peacock is scheduled to include more than 15,000 hours of shows and movies, including Parks and Recreation, Cheers, new shows from The Good Place creator Mark Schur, and Saturday Night Live chief Lorne Michaels. We'll see how that goes. Listen, we'll take a break. We'll talk about this in a second. All right, 3, 2, 1. And we're back. Just had to turn on the camera again. It's still running. Don't worry about it. So NBC's Peacock is going to be an interesting little thing. That's how Hulu started. Hulu started as free with ads, and I mean Hulu is now one of the top 3 streaming services. You know, when people say streaming, you think Netflix, but then Hulu is right there behind it. 3rd place behind Amazon, apparently. I would love to see Peacock. I mean, truthfully, anything coming from a cable provider, such as HBO Max, such as Disney Plus, anything that is available on cable, anything that you can subscribe to, you should be able to use your cable login, your satellite login, your whatever login. If you have a login, you should be able to use it. And I understand that they want to A, make the most money, and B, curb people using different passwords. But the thing is, you're not, even if I'm going to, I'm just going to come out and say it. I know I said I didn't want to pay for Disney Plus, but there was a scare last week where I was going to bed and I thought it was like 9:45, and I was like, all right, I'm going to watch some Simpsons. So I lay down in bed. I turned to the Google Hub next to me, Home Hub, the Max or whatever the smaller one is. I turned to that one because I don't have a TV in my room. Just the TV's only out in the main room. Doesn't matter. And in here, apparently. It's my monitor. But I turn. I gotta restart this thing. But I turn to the hub, and I cast FX to the hub, and The Simpsons. I usually go to The Simpsons on FX now. It wasn't there. It was off, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, they took The Simpsons off of FX now already." Turns out they didn't. It was still there, but next week it's going to be off, and that's the only way I can watch The Simpsons. So there you go. Except for the 3 DVDs I own. Is there a hole in my wall? I'll have to check that out later. So yes, I would love. So even if so, no, I mean, and then HBO Max. To subscribe to that, you have to just pay for it outright. Or if you're an AT&T TV subscriber, I believe, then you can get a free subscription. But if you pay for HBO on DirecTV, it doesn't matter. Or on Spectrum, it doesn't matter. So here's hoping that HBO Max, Disney Plus, they all open themselves up to people who subscribe to cable. Because I understand, they don't care about you double dipping. But, I mean, come on. It's the easiest way to gain subscribers. It doesn't matter about how much money you make. It matters how many subscribers you have to tell that tells the dumb people, like, hey, maybe I should subscribe to this. I just moved the microphone in my mouth. Speaking of Disney Plus, this comes from The Verge. Disney Plus, I really hope you can't hear the movement upstairs. Disney Plus will run Starz ads as part of a deal to get its own movies back at launch, written by Julia Alexander. Doing this show, you really, and not just reading the news, period. Speaking of which, my Wall Street Journal subscription runs out. I believe tomorrow I have it set to remind me to cancel it. You have to call to cancel, which is stupid, just like at New York Times. But I think it runs out on Sunday. So I have to remember to do that. It's going to be very sad. They already have my card queued up to charge $38.99 for my subscription. $38.99, which is insane for an online periodical. Just like The Atlantic, which used to be free. The Atlantic has been running for, I think, like 170 years, something like that. 150 or something like that. The Atlantic's old. And they're $5 a month now. But you get 5 free articles a month. I turned off my ads for those people. It's ridiculous. Anyway, what I to say that before is you get to know all these different writers. So it's very nice reading this. The Google Pixel 4 will be up to $400 off on Black Friday. Ooh, daddy. Back to Disney Plus. Disney Plus and ESPN Plus will run an ad promoting the premium TV channel Starz, The Verge has learned. So Starz had bought the rights to Star Wars: The Force Awakens, the first new Star Wars movie, I believe. And they've had that movie to stream, bought the rights to stream because Disney didn't have its own streaming service. But so I guess in order to break the contract, the licensing deal, a Disney spokesperson confirmed that the ad is part of a revised licensing deal with Starz that was made in order to have certain titles available on Disney Plus at launch. Oh, so they're talking about, so there's a bunch of other Disney movies on Starz as well. Brave, WALL-E, Inside Out, and a couple of more. But Tangled? No, it's not Tangled because I would have watched Tangled already. I haven't seen Tangled in so long, and I kind of want to watch it again. It'll be on Disney Plus, and they're getting my $7, so I might as well get it. Disney Plus was originally touted to be ad-free. Was originally touted by touted by executives as a completely ad-free platform. And then in April they said that when they announced it. In the summer they said that. Earlier this fall, I think as late as a couple of weeks ago, they were bragging how it's going to be ad free. And now Starz is coming in there. So basically what it is when you log in to your Disney Plus on your app or your whatever you're using it on, you're going to see a Starz banner ad just that says like Starz, you know. Subscribe to Starz for $10 a month or something like that. The new streaming service is facing a problem of Disney's own making. Disney spent years signing lucrative licensing deals for companies including Netflix and Starz. Oh, and then also there's a story today that said some movies that are leaving Netflix for Disney Plus are going to be heading back to Netflix in like 3 years, because that's just how the deals are working out. So don't trust everything you believe. Don't trust everything you read. Not everything is as special as you want it to be. Yeah, there's that. Let's move on to Apple TV Plus. Well, hold on. Let me say Disney Plus comes out next week, and by the time I record, it'll have been out for a whole day, and I would have had it for a whole day. I wonder how long the free trial is. Speaking of free trials, I'm in the middle of a free trial of Apple TV Plus. Do note that I think I've listed my electronics here, 1,000 times. I have an NVIDIA Shield tablet, very old, and it's the most powerful Android tablet in the world. And every single one of them that are out in the world today are buggy and slow. It's because no one knows how to optimize for Android on tablet. Anyway, I have an NVIDIA Shield tablet. This is stuff I still have. iPod Touch 2nd Gen. It's broken. And a Nexus 6P. I'm naming all the broken stuff first. I have an Xbox One, a PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch, a Google Pixel 2 XL, and an iPad 4th generation, and this laptop. How many things do you believe can play Apple TV Plus? 0 of them. 0 of the things I own that are electronics, that are apps. That have apps. I mean, it's ridiculous. Isn't that insane? So I'm loading up Apple TV Plus on my Chrome right now. So Apple did say that you can watch Apple TV Plus on Chrome and Firefox and Safari. This is included with... Or wait, hold on. My trial. I'm signed in, but it says my trial is up. I'm going to punch somebody in the freaking face. Oh my God. This is so stupid. My 7-day trial is apparently up, even though I started it on Monday. Regardless, I tried watching it at work. I tried watching one episode of the morning show at work. I use Firefox at work. I use Chrome at home. Firefox kept crashing. Only for this website. And by crashing, I mean it paused, and then it would stop, and then it would go black. But I could see the player. I could press play. I could fast forward. I could exit out and all that stuff, which is ridiculous. I was trying to watch the morning show. I'll talk about that in a second. We'll see my opinion on that in a second. It's just a shame. You cannot use Apple TV Plus anywhere else except for your iPhone, your iPad. I'm sorry. Excuse me. Your current iPhone, your current iPad. And by current, I mean iPhone 5 and up. So that means my iPad 4 from 2012 is too old. But the iPhone 5 from 2014, maybe? Because we're on 10 now. They skipped 9. Yeah. So, yeah. 2014. I mean, it's so stupid. And it's just I just want to watch the show. It's ridiculous. So you can't watch it. So you can only watch it on your newer Apple stuff and Roku and Apple TV and Amazon Fire Stick. And that's it. No Android TV, no Android platform. But Apple Music is on Android. So I mean, work out some type of deal, Apple. Stop being stupid. I mean, if Google Play Movies is on, I can get Google Play Movies on my iPad. I can get YouTube on my iPad. and you have to pay for YouTube Premium. I mean, it's just ridiculous. So let's talk about the morning show. It's not. I don't want to review things because reviewing is stupid. Pilots are very hard. I tried to watch C as well. Is that music? Oh, that's a bike. Like a plane. A plane. I thought it was like a motorbike. Pilots are very hard, and there's a reason why Apple is releasing shows once a week, I believe, but they drop 3 episodes at once, and except for Dickinson got the entire series. Entire first season is up. I think For All Mankind, that got 2 episodes. Let's see, what is it looking like? 3 episodes. Pilots are hard. And I see all these reviews of these shows, and I think Dickinson is the highest rated in quotes. Pilots are very hard and difficult to do, to make good. I like even the best shows that people love: Breaking Bad, Mad Men. I swear I'll choose something that's not AMC. Walking Dead. Oh no. 30 Rock, Parks and Rec. Notoriously, I think those first seasons are widely regarded as not good, of 30 Rock and Parks and Rec. But pilots, let's get back to pilots. Pilots are very difficult because and taking a look at the morning show in particular, which is the leading show for this service, there's so much exposition that has to be done and has to be covered, and I think the pilot is 50 minutes long. There's so much has to be done. And exposition is so unnatural. I read a script at work today. It was for work, so let's chill out. I read a script at work today where the first 30 pages, and the script was 107 pages long. The first 30 pages were a character saying outright to another character who would know this: I'm working in New York, and I'm a journalist, and I'm just an intern. I've been interning for so long, and I just need a job because if I don't do this, I have to do this and this. I was about to get really specific, but that would hurt the writer. And then so through that script I had to write. I was writing. I didn't have to comment on it because I was just doing this for extra work. But I was commenting on it. I was writing on the physical script. This is not natural. This is not how humans talk. And the same thing goes for the morning show. Steve Carell's character is getting Me Too. Jennifer Aniston, his character, is trying to understand what's going on. But then you have, I think they're all great actors. Jennifer Aniston, Steve Carell, acting their butts off. Reese Witherspoon acting her butt off, but also explaining everything that's happening. And it's not natural. And it feels so wrong because she is just saying things like she's doing what this young writer's script is. I'm not saying I'm the authority for this, but it just feels like if you watch that, I can see people watching the morning show and going and feeling like they feel smart because it has every trepanation. It has the catchings of every every premiere HBO show, every premiere Netflix show, every premiere show on every single network, every show that's like that when a network is saying this is going to be good, when people are saying this is going to be good, when they have the actors, when they have the prestige nature behind everything. The morning show has that, the lighting, the acting, the money. But then when you get down to it, and this is only in the pilot, okay, so I'm not judging the show as a whole, but when you get down to it, it's got the machination is what is the word I was looking for. When you get down to it, it's Reese Witherspoon's character going, I'm a reporter and I'm in charge and no one respects me, but I'm a woman. Gosh. And they and I did this in News Time, but the morning show is based off a book called Top of the Morning. They should have kept that. The morning show is so stupid. Oh, and there is a point where they're still talking about that black cat that was on Monday Night Football. Apparently still on the list. But there was a point in the show where Jennifer Aniston wants to talk to Reese Witherspoon's character because of a video. Oh, and then oh my God, this is so ridiculous. This is so ridiculous. this show was obviously written by somebody who, and you know what, maybe it's not, but it's obviously written by somebody who's never worked in the news and doesn't know how news is, doesn't know how that news world is. The producer, after Reese Witherspoon is in a video that goes online and it spreads around the world, also known as a viral video. The producer of the morning show, the booker for the morning show, goes, hey, your video went viral. You got 1 million views, which means nothing. Which is nothing. Maybe, 10 years ago, you got 1 million views. Whoa. But I just looked at a video today that got 15 million in 2 days. So, this video got 1 million views. And then she goes, and then Reese Witherspoon's character goes, how'd you find me? She goes, we're the morning show. We can do anything. It's so stupid. And then when the booker is like, yeah, we're for the morning show, Reese Witherspoon goes, the morning show? And then it makes you realize that is the dumbest name for a show. And obviously it's, this is like it's based on a book, but also it takes a lot of cues from the recent Me Too era, Matt Lauer and all that crap. Not crap, excuse me. I'm sorry. That was really insensitive. I should not have. I really do feel bad. But that entire mess. However, it's so dumb. It's just, there's a lot of dumb moments in it, and this is just the pilot. But yeah, I want to watch the rest. I'm not going to sit in front of my computer to do that, to watch the rest of this show. I mean, truly, it was. She said, "We're the morning show. We could do anything." But like I said, it does have the trappings of what would make a good show. The acting, the writing, all that different stuff. I tried to watch C as well, but I couldn't see it because Firefox. Dickinson looks great. I have a crush on Haley Steinfeld. Let's just get that out there right now. So I will check it out at some point. For All Mankind looks fine enough. I'm down for any show that's sci-fi. There's a show on Netflix called Another Life that I want to check out, but it's not doing too hot apparently. And then there is a bunch of other stuff. But the layout of the website, I'll tell you that much, is bad. There's no way to get to the shows. Your free trial runs up immediately. Maybe I started the free trial last week. No, I started it Monday because I watched it on Monday. That's the thing. Okay. Apple TV Plus is a very strange beast, and we'll see how it does. We'll see how it continues to operate. Obviously, Apple putting away $1 billion a year, allocating that money away. I think they're worth like 430 something billion, something like that. Something stupid, something crazy. We'll call them a $1 trillion company. This video got 1 million views. That is so stupid. Do you not know? I mean, Gangnam Style's got like what, 1 billion views, something like that. A little more than 1 billion. 1 billion and 2. 1 billion and 2 million. Oh man. But I am looking forward to see what Apple TV Plus can do. What Apple could do. I truly wish they were just producers. I'm going to do some more digging about this NAS server stuff. It doesn't matter to anybody else. Listen, if you like what you heard here, and I don't know why you wouldn't, head over to the website, cploscomedy.com, where you can get interviews and stuff. Matt Besser, Gino Seegers, Emma Willman, and Matt Koff from The Daily Show. Check that out. That's the latest one that came up yesterday. Check it out, or went up yesterday. Check it out. We talk about, Matt Koff and I talk about his latest album, Who's My Little Guy? He writes for The Daily Show. We talk about The Daily Show a little bit. I got to get my questions ready for Craigie Ferg. I only have just a very short time. It's long considering, everybody else I talk to, but it's short for him. I could spend all day talking to that guy. I could spend all day looking at that guy. So definitely be on the lookout for that. Hopefully next week. Well, actually, definitely next week because his thing is coming up next week. So he's promoting a docu-series, a stand-up docu-series that he did. 6 episodes for Comedy Dynamic. We'll talk about that next week. Right now, we're just talking about whatever's going on. cmoscomedy.com. Check it out. Put in your favorites and your bookmarks on your Chrome, your Safaris, your Firefoxes. If you use Opera, don't go to my website. Tor, don't go to my website. And then if you want to see a video version of the show, head to youtube.com/C+comedy. This light is so bright. Head to youtube.com/C+comedy. You can see a video version of the show. See me sitting in a chair in my office, which is the second bedroom of my apartment that I pay too much money for. Leave me with nothing. Very true. If you want to see a video version of the show, head on over youtube.com/comedy. If you want to see News Time, which I pray you do. Seriously, News Time is great. News Time is a weekly news show I make. It's like the daily show, except way less funny. Take one story and I dissect it. This week's episode is a 20-minute segment. Jesus Louises. This week's episode is about Apple TV Plus. Yeah, it was last week. That's when I subscribed. Because it came out. So it had to be like Saturday. It wasn't Monday. I started watching stuff Monday. It was Saturday when I subscribed. No. It was Monday because that's when I edited News Time. Yeah, that's right, because I was late on News Time this week. So definitely watch that. And then next week's episode, no. I'll hold that in my back pocket for 2 weeks from now. 2 weeks from now is Disney Plus. Don't worry about it. Check it out. Subscribe to the Constitutionals wherever you get your podcasts. And that's it. All right. Bye.